Sounds real.
Sounds real, brother.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Jack.
And on today's show, we're going to talk about Spring
Fling
at
Tularosa. Not
That's
Tulsa.
right.
That's the other show. We got it confused later. Anyway.
Yes, this is the one held at the Horror Hall in Tularosa.
Yes.
We went last time to the, what was it, the Harvest Fest. Right?
Harvest Fest. And we're looking forward to going to Harvest Fest again this year.
That's right. That's right. So this was a pretty good lineup, actually.
Wow,
you know,
fantastic
lineup.
We're talking
different
about
bands that we didn't see last time.
Yeah.
And wow, you know. So unfortunately, we caught like the last song of Roscoe and.
Yeah, we got there a little bit. We're running a little bit late. So we caught
Roscoe and the Blues Hound.
Like I want to say it was. I'm not 100% sure.
So they're like, you know, rock and roll.
They're rock and roll.
And they do some covers and stuff. I don't know if they do any original. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
we really can't. Good. Yeah, we can't really talk too much about them because we didn't really catch their show. We apologize. Hopefully, see you soon. But we did catch the rest of the show.
That's right. First one was Demolicious.
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 Oh, I should have worn my shirt for that.
Oh,
yeah. It's in there in the room. Yeah, the Mighty Demolicious. Whoa, this band has come a long way. You know?
Yes, they have.
They blew me away. They were so good this last time. They're getting I think they're getting a lot of fans, you know? I totally dig those cats. I like their style of music.
I think the direction they're taking is a little bit more serious. I could see in their music and their musicianship, and they have another guitarist, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounded heavier. Yeah. And I can imagine, I go, holy smokes, their sound just got heavy. And I think it was the addition of the new guitarist. And I mean they're a fun band. I mean they kind of remind me of, they're a party band. They got a lot of energy and they have that groove to them. And but yeah, their sound got heavy. I was like, holy smokes.
No, it did. Yeah. And a lot more tighter, the songs.
Yeah.
In my opinion. It sounded a lot more tighter.
Yeah.
On stage and just playing. They're really good.
They're really good.
I always have fun seeing them.
I did too.
And then of course, our favorites, Wax Alice.
Oh, our buddies.
Yep.
Yeah. Of course, we've talked so much, I think, on the show about them. But we'll keep on talking about them because I think it's one of these bands that is so damn good. You know, what they're doing is different. You know, it's not a paint by number type of band. They're not maybe the heaviest band, but they're one of the most melodic bands. And so it has some really good songwriting, good musicianship. Very talented band, you know. And it's fronted by Emily, our good friend Emily. And every time I see them, they're just getting better. You know,
I mean, they can do it blindfolded. I mean,
they're
just so good.
Yeah, the solos and everything. They're such a good band. Like I said, they're more of a old school metal, but
kind of punky.
Oh, they do have a lot of punk influence. Yeah. They do have a lot of punk influence, but they have like a kind of a pop sensibility to them as well. So I kind of like that.
That's cool. They play their songs on the radio as well.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen Emily jam out.
Oh yeah.
On her Facebook to her songs.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah. Very
so
nice.
I mean, that is cool. That's something we all can't say and say, hey, they played my song on the radio. They never played our.
We never played our music.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
But hey. So, and then we got to see Flat Black.
Oh, Flat Black.
Yeah, Travis.
Yes, he's doing something different in that band. Well, Travis is Travis, man. I mean, you're gonna get some quality guitar work on there.
I do like the medleys they got going on. You know,
the
Led Zeppelin medley.
I do. They're kind of a cover band, but they do it well, and they do that whole Sabbath Zeppelin medley.
They did have a couple originals.
They did have.
I like that.
No, they did.
And they're really good too.
Yeah, but it's more in a rock and roll direction, more a little bit of that 70s rock or early 80s. So, one of his projects. So, if you're a fan of Shalom, or I've heard it pronounced different ways. I call it Shalom, you know. So,
but, really good. Really
check
good
them out. Check out Fat Black. Is it Fat Black? Did I say it right? Flat Black. want to say Fat. I keep I was calling it Fat Black that whole night too. I don't know why. Black. Okay.
Check them out. They're really good, man. They play a lot in Las Cruces.
Mm-hmm.
So when we do get a chance to see them in El Paso, better take that opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So really good stuff. And then, wow, I was amazed by this next one.
Which one?
The Hector C.
Oh, that's when all the guitarists stopped and listened.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. So the Hector C experiment. I think we're gonna be tagging his interview after this.
That's right. We had the pleasure of interviewing him. So check out at the end of the episode.
So if you're part of the community, you already know who Hector C is. Well, you probably know who all these bands are, all these people.
And he did the sound that night.
So. And he did the sound that night too.
He always does amazing sound.
So he went up there and he had a 40-string guitar. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, the 40 string. I mean, it was just guitar. Like he brought it down with a crane, and I was just like, wow.
Yes,
it's like amazing stuff this guy can do.
He was on a ladder going up and down.
He was on a tightrope. He was just like sliding down. It was just. Well,
he had his 8-string guitar, and yeah. He actually plays every string on the guitar.
Yes.
And every note counts. Just an amazing guitarist. I had never, we heard and we had reviewed his earlier stuff, but to see him play live and to see what he does. Now, his music's all instrumental. It's heavy. Obviously there's elements of prog when you're doing that type of stuff. Well, not obviously, but he does it.
Like he put it well, he put it well. He said,
well, you know what?
His music is okay, yeah.
Watch the interview and he'll explain to you what he's doing. And if you have a chance to see them, check them out. Kudos to Tootie. I want to give them. I go to his bar, so. Hey, B&B. Yeah, B&B. Also Matt. But anyway, so that was very cool. But I'll be honest with you, he literally, like, people stopped and I could hear some of the other band members. I'm not gonna say who, but they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna give it up at this point. He was so impressive.
Like, I'm next.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's a good thing they broke it up with some comedy,
Oh yeah,
afterwards
there was a comedian in there, right?
Yeah, Jessica Comedy.
Okay, yeah.
So,
check her out. I don't know exactly where we don't follow comedy, and we apologize, Jessica.
But it was a nice little change up.
It was a change up,
especially after Hector C.
Yeah, I think they needed a breather for the bands to kind of like regroup and say, all right. Well, you know what though? What he did though is that he really kind of like established the rest of the bands to bring their A game. I think after that, and I'm not taking away from the other bands. I'm just saying that he's that good, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna say he's that good. Beast. He's a beast. Then the comedy act, Jessica. Like I said, we don't follow comedy, but check her out when you see her. And then Cruce's Call, which I actually enjoyed. That was kind of a different band. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Actually, it was kind of like old school death metal. Mm-hmm. Very old school death metal, though. Yeah. And I dug it. Yeah. Well, you're the death metal dude. Yeah, so. I was like, wow, okay. I like death metal, but this guy is like Mr. Death Metal.
I like turtles.
And they were really good. I know they're playing a lot now, too. I've seen them.
Yeah, they've been around a long time, too. We did get an interview. We apologize. There were some technical difficulties.
That's right.
But we'll still post it, and
Yeah, so bear with the interview.
Yeah,
we apologize. I'd hate to say it's not our fault, but
yes,
I'm
not gonna take it.
Well, it is
the elements.
Well, just the way we have sometimes crappy equipment. So it is our fault for not buying good equipment that we just talked about.
So, but anyway, check them out. I like what they're doing. And then Invictus.
Oh, I like Invictus. Yeah, they're an up and coming band. Members of
I know I've seen that drummer somewhere.
Yeah, the drummer
somewhere. He's so familiar. I've seen that guy.
I kind of run into that dude every once in a while, especially in
I think he plays in another band, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me, guys. Yeah. But they're awesome.
Yeah, they're good.
Really good. And hopefully we're gonna catch them on rehearsals soon.
Yeah,
that's down the pipe.
Yeah, I really like what they're doing. kind of heavier stuff than the Go Axalis sound.
Yeah.
And you know, there's like punk element in that too, right?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like what they're doing.
So check them out
too.
And hopefully we're gonna interview that band soon, right?
Yes.
And maybe do like a little behind the scenes.
That's what.
Did we just say?
I just said rehearsal.
Sometimes I. Oh, you said rehearsal. Yes. That's fine.
Okay. So and then Aggressor,
the mighty Aggressor, Aggressor. Yeah, we've talked about
Aggressor's
Aggressor. Yeah.
You know,
they're Aggressor. They got some great songs. They got some sing-along songs.
I like it because they always change up their playlist.
They do. They play
really
songs
hear the same songs again. And I like that.
And they have so much fun playing them. You know, that is one band that you could see that they don't give a shit. We're gonna go up there.
That's right.
They're gonna go up there and just do what they do.
They can play last. They can play
first, and they just
10 minutes, 20 minutes. They don't give a damn, but they put on a good show.
And they're so much fun, right? Yeah. They're good. They're fun.
And then our buddy
Bartman and
Burning Sunday. Burning Sunday played
with Sean, of course.
So
and all our buddies out there in that band. What do you say about Burning Sunday, man? They're classics. Honestly, that's the type of band that to me is a legend. To me, honestly, we're going to talk about the next one too. But Burning Sunday to me is a legendary band. If you hear their catalog, you hear their songs. They're still writing, coming out with some good stuff.
Southwest Legends, baby.
Oh my God, it's one of those bands that you would have thought would have been blown up years ago. You know, and because the songwriting is so good. Guitar work is so good. You know, I know Bartman likes to say it's dirt metal. I don't know. I don't know if it's Aggressor or Burning Sunday. But I don't know who's taking the title of it. You know, I'm sure they're you know, but yeah, it's you haven't heard Burning Sunday, do yourself a favor and check them out.
Yeah, check them out.
And I know that they're coming out with an album soon.
Check them out.
And check out our past
videos on the rehearsal session that we did with them.
Yeah. Behind the scenes.
Sneak in a couple of new songs in there and stuff like that. So it was another amazing performance by them. And then The Ruin.
Oh, I
believe they were from Arizona.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The Ruin played. And they were a little bit kind of like mixtures of new metal mixed in with some hardcore elements.
They had some hardcore elements. And, that was the first time that we saw them. So they were one of the bands that came out of. Was it Arizona?
I want to say,
yeah.
I want to say Phoenix. Phoenix.
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but
yeah, that's right. We saw them. They were really good.
They were direct support.
They're direct support
to the Almighty.
The Almighty.
Pissing Razors.
The legendary.
Coming out of the ashes.
Oh my God. Okay, so I hadn't seen these cats since I was in college, man. You know, it was like back in the day when they barely started, when we were all young and beautiful. And
at least young. For some.
Yeah, maybe not so much for me.
Get a haircut, you jackasses.
Anyway.
Yeah. And they graced us. Thank you, Terry, and thank you, the band, for allowing us to interview you guys. And that's going to be out on this episode, right?
That's right.
Catch the interview afterwards. I mean, what do you say about Pissing Razors? I mean, it's Pissing Razors.
I really wanted to see them.
You never saw them.
I've never had the pleasure to see them back in the day.
I saw them.
And wow, they put on an awesome show.
They were amazing.
An hour and 15, 20-minute show.
Yeah.
And
I think they did like a full catalog.
Yes, they went even to their first demo era.
Yeah.
They did. I was like, wow.
They are
really
amazing.
Cool cats, by the way. We got to interview them. So
yes, and thank you
for
the whiskey.
Hopefully do behind the scenes as well, rehearsals.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the opening.
Look for that. Yeah. But Pissing Razors, wow.
Yeah, one it's Texas groove, baby, but it's mean and it gets a little ugly sometimes, but God,
it's in your face.
It's in your. I forgot how.
You take days to heal from that.
Yeah. honestly, I had forgotten how good they were because I hadn't seen them in years. I mean, literally years. Like,
Yeah.
I saw them back in the days of the Attic and all those old clubs, and holy smokes, man, they still got it.
Yeah, and they've toured.
They
with
still
some
got it. Oh,
heavy hitters too back in the day.
no, they're a big band.
Yeah.
To me, they're up there.
Yeah.
You know, they're up there. They're up there with
Yeah,
with some of the,
like you said, seeing Pissy Razors sing like a national, even though they're from our hometown.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
just
It's like seeing a
always
national.
watching a national come and play and greet us and grace us with that rawness, that power, that energy they come forth with. And
Absolutely.
they put an amazing set, you know. Check out some of the clips. We'll post some of the clips of them, and man.
Yeah, and
So-
hopefully we'll be out there. Well, I know for a fact we're going to be out there. We're going to be out there for Harvest Fest, and yeah, and thank you all for allowing us the press access and giving us a little bit of that VIP treatment.
That's right.
I was allowed to go in the tent. I was allowed to go in the back room.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. Have some whiskey back there. It was nice.
So yeah, it was a really good experience as always, and we look forward to Harvest Fest. Do it again and again and again and again and again because
And
we love this stuff.
yeah.
We love the bands and
we love the community.
That, you know, that you support us as well,
Yeah.
and we support you guys, and we love it. We just love the.
There's so many shout outs we can
community.
give to you all, and
So-
yeah, you know where our heart is.
That's right. Check out the Hemlock coming out soon too.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah.
We'll talk about that. The Rabbit Hole. So thank you. Sounds real.
Sounds real, and we're out.
Sounds real.
Sounds real.
I'm here with the awesome Pissing Razors here at the Spring Fling. Had the privilege to do an interview with them. So tell us a little bit about Pissing Razors. You know, kind of the history and what you've been going through, what's been going on till now.
He always wants to get out of this situation. Anyways, we are Pissing Razors. You know, got Eddie, myself, Joe, and you got Gio. You know, we go way back a little bit. You know, now it's 30 years. Band started in 1993-ish, but it got its core in 94 with the same core members. It would be Eddie, not myself at the moment, Eddie, Danny Garcia, which is Eddie's brother, and Matt Lynch with a singer by the name of Loco Pelon. Started as a punk rock band, or punk rock style, and evolved into what we are today. And on that, I'm gonna let Eddie speak on more on that, but I came 2 years later. So
yeah, basically what Joe said. It's like started kind of a hardcore punk band, and we're just kind of sowing our oats. And when Dave left the band and Joe came in, and actually my brother left the band first, and well, around the same time that Dave did.
yeah, around yeah.
And so we would switch instruments. I would play guitar and drums. My brother would go from drums to bass, and Matt would go from bass to guitar. And so when my brother left the band, you know, it's kind of hard to find somebody that can play bass and drums. So I just went to drums, stayed there permanently, and Matt went to guitar, which he's better at. And that's when Rick Bias came into the band. And soon after that, we got Joe as well, and that's when it started evolving more into what you hear today, more the groove metal type stuff that we do.
So you guys, I know. Did you guys ever take like a hiatus and then kind of resurface?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Right, because you guys kind of.
In
2004.
2004, like the last tour that we did, and the last record that we did, which was Evolution. And in 2014, got together again with Gio, and just started doing some shows, having some fun, and talking about doing a record. And that took forever, but we finally got one done, so that's where we're at today.
Any, I know you guys released an album not too long ago. What was the last one?
2021.
That was the Eulogy.
The Eulogy Death Match.
Okay, 21. What about any mix? Anything coming down the pipeline?
At the moment, we have just some ideas for some singles. maybe a couple of cover songs. You know, we had the privilege of doing a cover song, the Wasting Away from Nail Bomb, and it was well received, and it was always one of our favorite songs to play. So we you know, we always have some songs that are kind of fun to do and that kind of represent the band that we liked at the moment, and so we're kind of visiting that same kind of aspect, you know, and then we're gonna release hopefully a couple of new songs just to kind of get everybody fresh and ready for what's gonna come. I mean, we look forward to wanting to do a new record. Eulogy Death March was a record that I think was well received, and I can agree. I think the guys will agree that it really was across the board, not only, you know, in the U.S. but over, you know, overseas. So I think some of the people want to see some more of that music. They want to hear it, and I think we're eager to give them some more music at this time. And it's been fun. Again, you know, Gio's been with us, you know, since 2014. Not anything like a new member, because he's the guy. You know, we're making music. He's well over 10 years now, and it's kind of like, you know, and it's a stronghold. The core that we have right now is almost what we had back in the day. Right. But moving forward, I mean, we're gonna give it some more. So I think the presentation of a new record is probably in order. The foundation was set with Eulogy, so I think we're ready for that.
That's awesome. Origin, the name. Curious.
Oh.
Pissing Razors.
Who wants to talk about that one?
Well, we were just kind of when we started the band. Dave McNutt, local Cologne, he was always showing me these lyrics that he would write, and I go, man, that's freaking awesome, dude. I go, I think I'm gonna write some music to that stuff, and that's when we started kind of as a hardcore punk band. His idol was G.G. Allen, you know, so. And he kind of looked like the guy too, a lot like him actually. Big time. And yeah, and so when we started, you know, writing all these songs, and but he said, well, we got to come up with the name of the band. He goes, yeah, dude, this one time, this friend of mine said he caught the clap, and he said he felt like he was pissing razors. He goes, I think that would be a great name for the band. I go, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Nice. Wow, it works. I mean, it works.
What else are we going to say?
It hurt.
It probably hurt, you know. And it just seemed like it fit the bill, you know.
Fits the music, that's for sure.
Yeah. How about any upcoming tours, national, local? I mean, any shows coming up?
Besides being here at the Spring Fling, there is a few things going on. I mean, it kind of getting situated at the moment. I mean, not something that can really say that it's already set in stone. There really isn't anything like that at the moment, but there's some talks with, you know, some bands coming up, and we're talking maybe later in the year. No, not so late in the year, maybe late September, you know, or early October. We were supposed to do it in August, but again, you know, logistically, it just didn't kind of work out, you know, and we were kind of pushing things. But the focus right now is to at least maybe get one new single ready to go, at least, so that if we do go on the road, aside from this last show, because we've had a show before this past March. You know, we want maybe not do another show, but maybe we will. But the focus is to get a song under our belt, and then move on to a tour around that time frame, you know, late September, early October.
Nice. Are you guys going to continue to do some local shows as well in El Paso?
We just did one, so we usually don't want to burn everybody out, you know, so we're doing once a year, maybe twice a year. So if we have new stuff to present, or, you know, some new ideas for the show, then we'll set something up. But, you know,
sometimes it just gets hard because, you know, there's so many songs that we have, you know, as far as the discography of the records, I mean, of everything that we've done. So it kind of gets hard to be able to put it all together and then get out there to do a show for an hour, or you know, we're not going to do the 2-hour shows. Yeah. We're going to give you the best songs that we have, and, you know, and get out there and play. Like today is going to be one of those showcase nights where we're going to give a representation of the 30 years, you know, that we've played. So we're going to get songs from pretty much every record, and then get out, give you the best we have. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Other than that, until we get something new, then we'll start moving forward from there. Yeah.
And like I ask most of the bands because I'm curious all the time. What's on your listening tape? What are you currently listening to, jamming out to?
I really dig Gojira, man. I think it's probably one of the bands that have really turned the metal scene upside down. They've been around for a long time, but I guess I recently discovered them within the last 7 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
And I just think they're a phenomenal band in every way. Their records sound amazing. The songs are great. You see them live when they're headlining. It's like, holy crap, man! It's like that's the bar you want to reach for. You know what I mean? It's like it's really outstanding.
What about you?
I'm going to agree with Eddie.
I think we're all in agreement.
But I mean, there's also some other ones. I mean, I'm really into the Ginger, the female aspect of it. Another great band, female singer.
Like the chick.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with that. But no, I mean, honestly, great band. Yes, she looks beautiful. But if the rest of the band is listening and they watch this, so do you guys. You guys look great when you play too. But no, they're on the side note. They're amazing. Yeah. She's powerhouse. She's put down a standard. Even the girl from Spirit Box. They came out. They Grammy nominated now. It's power. And then Gojira. I mean, that's another band that's just, man, super phenomenal. So I mean, those are the ones that I'm kind of digging at the moment, and they're on my playlist 24/7.
Yeah, awesome. Right here, brother. I'm still listening to old
Alice in Chains. Nice.
Yeah, that's what I listen to.
That's cool. Well, I appreciate you guys taking time out doing this interview with us. We love to promote the local scene, and I mean, I've heard your stuff way back in the day, since the first album.
So you should be in for a treat tonight. We're playing
some
from way
and like I was telling him earlier, I've never seen you guys play live.
Right.
This is a treat for me, so I'm really excited to see you guys. And hopefully look forward to seeing some new stuff from you guys soon. Check them out, follow them on Instagram, right? Correct?
Instagram, Spotify, YouTube's, all that business. We're up pretty much on every aspect of the digital media. You guys check us out. I really appreciate all the fans out there in the world, and then the newfound ones that get to listen to the sound reels tonight. So that's cool.
Thank you. And hopefully you guys release your discography, the old stuff.
Yeah, again, we've been talking about the greatest hits.
Show that shirt right there.
That's it. Right
so we do have Terry representing a little bit of the Pissing Razors, 30 years of psycho punk
all the
metal.
records are on the shirt.
Oh, nice.
So we have 8 records down the pipe, and we look forward to getting some more with a couple of singles to fire everything up. But tonight is we're gonna showcase just the 30-year history, so that should be pretty cool.
You guys are missing out. Pissing Razors.
Come check it out. If you can't, just watch out next time.
Watch the show. And as always, sounds real?
Sounds real. Love it. Thank you.
We're out. Sounds real?
Sounds real.
I'm here. I'm Jason. I'm here at the Spring Fling with Crucis Cult, and they're back in action. So tell us a little bit about Crucis Cult.
We've just been doing it forever, doing the same type of original, ugly kind of music that we love to do. Couldn't do anything else, and that's why we do it. And recently got Steve back on the bill. I used to play in a thrash band in high school with this guy, and so we got back together and started doing it again. It was just great. And Steve, Steve, this other guy over here, Roger. I've been playing with Roger for something like 22 years or some ridiculous number. So and we just got to do it, and we got to keep it going. And it's fun.
So how long you guys? When did you guys form? How long ago was that?
I started up with Chris's Call in 2006, so we've been pretty active since that time. Took a break 2018, came back, new lineup, got Steve Cardone, Ben Dirkskin on bass, and yeah, writing new material, excited about it. Have some shows coming up. We have June 6th at Jack's in Las Cruces. That's at Amador Live. It's the upstairs bar, Jack's. We have June 8th in Roswell, doing a Roswell festival over there. And then June 15th, we're doing the Southwest Metal Fest at Amador Live.
Oh, Southwest Metal Fest. That's awesome. We'll be there. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the style, what you guys do.
Straight up thrash.
There you go.
Straight up thrash. Okay. Well, I like it because it's also kind of like a throwback to the old early death metal bands that were arising, which had that thrash influence, and then they had the guttural vocals. And I liked it. I like what you guys are doing.
Yeah, we've been doing super heavy stuff forever. So I mean,
how about anything for physical media?
This is what I'm going to talk to.
Media, we're on Bandcamp. We have a download. We'll give it to anybody that wants it. And we are going to record the new songs we have. That's what's up and coming for Cruce's Call.
Oh, nice.
We have 4 new ones down. We have 2 in the map. So we're going to record all those, and we'll be putting those out soon. We do have an EP that was released in 2018. That's called Santa Muerte. And if you want a copy of that, just hit us up and we'll give it to you.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. So what kind of influences, you guys draw from?
God, I always forget every time somebody says that. The Cure, a lot of stuff. I mean, old Destruction, the old German thrash, of course. There's a guy I heard play "Rain in Blood," the piece of one of the Angel of Death riffs. I did, before it was popular and shit, and I was like, wow. So we were influenced a little bit by that, so me and personally, of course, just by all that old German thrash, and he's old Santa Fe guy, so he's influenced by a bunch of old Santa Fe stuff and hardcore stuff, and just all the super heavy thrash death metal bands that used to be way back in the day from Santa Fe, and the Logical Nonsense days and all that stuff. And then Steve's been a master, actually, rockabilly guitarist for years, and let alone the thrash and all the other stuff. So he makes money. He actually gets paid for playing. When he's not doing Cruce's Call, which is really cool. So, but he's having a blast, and we're just doing what makes us feel good, playing together. So it's gonna be great.
That's awesome. So I want to know, like I ask a lot of the bands, what's on your listening table right now? What are you guys are currently listening to, each individually?
Oh man, I listen to a lot of In Flames, Skeleton Witch. I like local bands, Carrion Kind.
Sounds real?
Sounds real.
All right.
Yeah.
And we are here today at our new location. So we're here with Mr. Hector C. And we're going to talk a little bit about what you're doing now.
Hector C!
what you've done in the past, and a little bit about what direction you're going with this the project that we saw you at. We saw you at Tularosa and
Spring Fling!
Yep. Yeah, Tularosa Spring Fling, and it was pretty awesome. I gotta say, you were really, really good. And
Thank
I
you.
think that a lot of guitarists were kind of like walking around like, oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I
No.
kind of saw that. Everyone kind of stopped and all eyes on you. And I did hear in the crowd, a lot of the musicians were like, holy smokes.
Their phones.
Yeah,
I did see that.
Yeah, they did. They
I
were
did see
very,
that.
very, very, very impressed.
Cool.
So, talk a little bit first about what you're doing now.
Well, what I'm doing now is the Hector C experiment. It's all instrumental. It's actually material that's been waiting to be played since I was 19.
Really?
Most of it. I'm still writing when it just happens, not when I can or when I want to. It just happens.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that I've written is from contest entries.
Really?
Yeah, so I'll make a song up and all of a sudden like, you know what? I have this one song. Let's play this song, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of old stuff. And like I tell you, I've had to change tunings or just adjust the way we play a song because everything used to be in a different tuning back in the day. And it was only on 6-string guitar and I use 8-string.
Yeah,
So,
I did notice that too.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah. So I went from 6 to 7 to 8 and that's where I stayed. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing now. It's the instrumental. I am doing the 333 Pantera tribute. But that's kind of, you know, whenever it takes place. It's not necessarily like a, you know.
So you're focusing more on the Hector C experiment, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna start to. We were just kind of doing shows whenever there was like an instrumental band coming through, and you know, I would get the call and you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's do it. My first show actually bringing out the Hector C experiment was Paul Gilbert.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it was kind of a slop fest because I hadn't played guitar in a while. Like I'm starting to practice more often now.
I could totally relate.
Yeah, and you know, I was like, yeah, let's just put it together and all right, and it was kind of a slop fest, but you know, people still liked it awkwardly enough. And sour notes or not, it was just they liked it, so I'm like, all right, cool.
So the guys that you're playing with right now, are they permanent members of the band, or are they kind of like hired guns, or how does that work?
The way it's kind of like an agreement, like we'll get together and do this. It took me a while to, well, it took me decades to get people to want to do this because no one understood what Steve Vai or Satriani type music requires.
Yeah.
And when I wanted to do that, people were like, "Oh, this is all about you," and I'm like, "Well, it's solo guitar music. Like this is what you do." Yeah, no. If it's gonna be all about you, we don't really want to do it with you. It's like, all right, cool. So you know, back then we didn't have all the, you know, all the tracks that you could play behind you. We didn't really have that.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really do that. And then it was just really cheesy, like drums behind everything. So there was no way I was gonna do that. It just sounded bad. But yeah, like after all these, I'm 47. I don't care. And after all these years, it's been a blessing to just, you know, get on stage and be like, you know, we got together 2 weeks prior and we jammed these things out and now we're here, you know.
We're pretty good musicians too then. Yeah.
Oh, they are. Yeah. Kevin, Turi, and Sergio. Javi Arriaga was doing drums prior, but that guy is busy as hell now. So
yeah, no,
yeah,
he's everywhere. Man.
Yeah, so you know,
he's all over the world.
Kudos to him and more power to him. You know, so yeah, I was looking for drummers and I don't know. I don't know if I don't know what was going on until I found Sergio, and that's what you know. Gelling. Yeah, it gelled right away. The dude's sick. He's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
So, but they all are. They put their all into it, and you can tell, like, you know, we're on the same page.
Describe a little about the music style of it. Yeah, I know you mentioned Satriani and Vice. So is yours kind of like that? I know what it sounds like, but for anyone that doesn't know,
yeah, I would say it's that type of music, but on, you know, trend. on steroids.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's lower tune stuff, and it's not gent. Obviously, I mean, it's got an older sound with some modern tinges to it, especially with the drums. But it's, I don't know, it's just chunky metal with no singing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and there are moments. There's some songs that are more along the lines of I guess a ballad type, you could say.
Yeah.
And I haven't played those because the shows haven't really required that, you know. And I kind of just want to keep it upbeat.
Yeah.
I mean, the people they still eat it up. Like, even if I play because there's a song that I wrote for my son before he was born, and the way it dynamically reaches resolution is, it, you know, it gets heavy.
Yeah.
But there's another one that's not necessarily heavy. You could tell it's a ballad, and that song's about him too, you know. So it's like,
cool.
Yeah, so I haven't played those. Well, I haven't played the second one. We played at Spring Fling this other one. It's called MBX, because there was a joke about my son before he was born, because he looked like a little bean in the womb. So it was like Monster Bean Zero, you know, because he still wasn't anything, you know. He was still a little bean. So, but yeah, it's just instrumental stuff. There's dynamics. There's other songs that we haven't gotten to yet that have more of a funky groove, cleaner guitars, but still plays along the lines of the 8-string. Like, people that think that you can't play every string on an 8-string, that's a lie. You can. It just depends where what type of music you're going for, you know.
What I liked about your style was that the songs, even though they don't have singing, are very melodic. Yeah, they're very structured in that sense. I mean, you're wearing the guitars, but there's like you kind of said, there's like kind of themes throughout your songwriting. So you know it's a song. It's not just some guy jamming with a band behind him.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like melody that's in the songwriting. So that's what I like. It was like really cool. Like, you don't need the singing, because like you even said, the guitar becomes your voice. Yeah. Yeah. So it's really cool. I did dig that. Yeah. Anything coming up soon, or?
Yes. May 18th we have the Lynch Mob show. So yeah, it's gonna be Shred Fest again.
Oh, cool. Yeah, very cool.
It'll be cool. It's like, you know, there is I guess a perk to having this type of a band. Like, I'll get called, or I'll see that somebody's coming. I'm like, hey, can I play that show? Or, hey, are you guys still doing that stuff? It's like, yeah, cool. I'm down to do it. Yeah. So yeah. And is there any of your music released yet on Spotify or streaming? Any physical media? No. I did one song. It's called B Manor. It's literally, it's just a play on words. The song's in B minor. I didn't know what to call it, so I was like, B Manor. So I called it B Manor. You know, and it's on what is that? I'm drawing a blank. But I don't actually. Bandcamp, yes, Bandcamp. Yeah, it's been such a long time. That's why. I'm not really online. You know, I'll get on Spotify. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not really interested in releasing on Spotify. Okay. I don't know where I'm gonna release. Probably just on Bandcamp. On Bandcamp. You know? How about some physical media for us? Yeah. When I get it done, or when I release songs, I'll definitely get you guys some. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah. Because we're old school that way. Yeah, I agree. I've been playing my Death CD lately, and it's a CD. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. The physical media sounds great, though. Yeah, you know, it really does. Well, at least I think. Yeah. So, anything? What's on your listening to? Oh yeah. Death. Spiritual Healings, Bruce Dickinson's Skunk Works. And mind you, I listen to the whole album straight through. I don't do the whole, like, not this one, not this one, not this one. We do the same. Yeah. I don't have ADHD when it comes to music. Like, you know, of course there's some albums that do have songs that aren't very interesting, and you just kind of either go make your own CD or your own list and play it that way, or But if you're gonna listen to it old school style on a CD, I usually listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I put on the record and I actually flip it over and listen to it all.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So really quick before we wrap it up, I know what you're on your listening table, but your influences.
Influences started with Van Halen when I was two years old. I've been playing since I was 2.
Wow.
And my dad was always listening to Van Halen, Santana. A lot of he wanted to be a guitar player himself. And as time went on, it was like Van Halen, Satriani, Steve Vai, Petrucci. Last player I really got into was Paul Gilbert because of the string skipping. I didn't know what that was, so I looked into it and then I started listening to him. But yeah, those are pretty much them. And then of course, like I mentioned, Death is one of my biggest influences. And yeah,
cool. Yeah. All right. Well, Hector C Experiment. See him on May
18th at Rock House.
Rock House. All right. Sounds real?
Sounds real.